Is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 2 in the KJV. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. This is the same verse in the NLT. I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, province against province.
Brothers and sisters, I just saw a clip where Biden has ordered the VA to stop services to any veteran that is unvaccinated. That's unacceptable, Joe. Your days are numbered, man. And the number's getting small real fucking quick. I hope I'm there to take you out. I'd gladly do it, son of a bitch. It's coming, Joe. You just wait. If the damn government doesn't take you down, one of us good old boys is gonna. Bet your ass on that. You done fucked with the wrong people. People that fought for the rights that we have, for your freedoms, you motherfucker. God damn. I'd love to be the one that points a gun at you. I hope the fuck it comes true, too. I'm out.
And there you have it, giving all praises, glory and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH being the name of the Heavenly Father in whom the world has ignorantly called Jehovah or Yahweh, and YAHAWASHI being the name of his only begotten Son in whom the world has ignorantly called Jesus Christ, in whom we do worship. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, giving double honors unto my apostles, my elders, my teachers at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so, that taught me and brothers like me this truth, this beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power, YAHAWAH, Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exists or is, he exists, he, the existing one. And in the name of his only begotten Son, the name above every name given amongst men, Israelite men, by whom we must be saved in these last and troubling times, YAHAWASHI, Yah meaning he, Hawashai meaning deliverer or savior. Hey, and his 144. Hey, so Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson to you listeners, believers, and to you brothers out there, fellow soldiers, brother of the sword, Shalawam to you, peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect and to the house of David. You know, don't keep back your sword from blood. Cursed be the man that keepeth back his sword from blood, which is the scriptures. That is our weapon to go against this man Esau Edom. We don't have to do nothing but sit back and watch the Heavenly Father do his thing. The Lord said he was going to make the Egyptian. What the modern day Egyptians are these Americans. Edomites are in that same spirit as the ancient Egyptians over the nation and house of Israel in the ancient world during the time of Moses. They enslaved us with rigor. How much more now with this man Esau Edom? He's has enslaved our people in the mind, spiritually, physically. He has worn us out, and then technologically, he's slaying our people. Okay, so hey man, we need help. We need to call on YAHAWASHI to get us out of here. But yet the Lord told us, hey, he's gonna fight for us, and he's gonna put a spirit on our enemies to fight one another. Right here in Isaiah 19:2, the Lord has put a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. There's no work for Egypt. Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, which is beginning with the house of Judah, so-called Negroes, knowing who they are. All right, the tents of Judah shall be saved first. Then the rest of the tribes are going to connect and link and grab on and latch on to Judah. All right, and then Benjamin, Levi, the southern kingdom. Then the northern kingdom is going to latch on. And Judah is going to be a terror unto Egypt. The modern day Egypt being America, we're a terror unto this place. Why? Because it said they shall speak the language of Canaan. All right, which is the Hebrew. We're calling on the name of our power and his son. And that has our enemies scared. But you see what the Lord is doing in the world. He has the Edomites going against the Edomites, and that is all scriptural. Like Daniel said, there's going to be a time like no other time before. Now let me read this again in the NLT. I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor. Now this didn't happen in ancient Egypt during the time of Moses or during the time of Mizraim, all right, which are the Hamites. They never fought against one another. What is this talking about? This is a future prophecy. It's a future event. The Lord is speaking in code of a place that would be just like Egypt for our people. Slavery, bondage, rigor. But he said these Egyptians he set to fight against each other. And that's what we're seeing now, playing out. There you go, tick-tock, 8 o'clock is ticking on down to the time of this place's destruction. So it says, I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, province against province. That's state against state, city against city. All right, and then brother against brother, which is American against American, preferably the Edomites. Because they believe, they hold that American dream, the patriotism, this country, their freedoms, they hold that dear. Okay? And our people that's joining hand in hand with them, they're going to be thrust through. All right? That's why the Lord said, flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. So you don't be a partaker in her plagues. All right? Because one of the plagues is going to hit this place is sedition amongst men. All right? The power of the sword. All right? It said the Lord sent the sword, destruction, famine, and plague on the earth. All right? The sword is going into the weaponry, guns, bioweapons, whatever, man. But the Lord said in Job to the hopeful elect that he would keep us from the power of the sword. And the sword is who? Esau, Edom. The men that have their portion in this life. David said, keep me from men, which is thy sword, which is the Edomites. All right, the Edomite men. All right, let me get that real quick in Psalm, real quick, which is thy sword, is thy sword. Let me get that, is thy sword. Okay, because David knew he's going to be back in this time. He spoke in the spirit. Okay, bear with me, brothers. Bam. Yep, right here. Psalm 17 and 13. And it reads, arise, O Lord, YAHAWASHI, disappoint him, who? Esau, Edom. Because it says him also in Isaiah 59, where it says, and when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Who's the him? Esau, Edom, his power structure, his military might. Okay, because we're like a worm at this time. We have no power. But in YAHAWASHI, he shall fight for us. We shall, how's it go? For the truth, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Pretty much, how does it go? Going into the truth. Pretty much defend the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for you. I'm going to get that, Lord's willing. Arise, O Lord, YAHAWASHI, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked. This is Esau, Edom. The nation of Edom is the wicked. So deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See? Is the Lord's weapon. All right? That he's going to use against 2/3 of his own people for their insolence, for their pride. Okay? This is the NLT. Arise, O Lord, YAHAWASHI, stand against them and bring them to their knees. Rescue me from the wicked with your sword. Yeah, because the Esau Edom is a weapon. So the Lord is going to lift up. He's going to have to defeat him with his own medicine. Because Esau Edom is a sword. He's been given a sword to destroy. So the only one that can take this man down is the Lord with his sword, with his weapon. And then he's going to turn us into a weapon. All right. It says he's going to make us a battle axe and weapons of war. And with it, we shall smite the destroyed nations. All right. And captains and rulers. All right. And the Lord YAHAWASHI himself, who we know is Isaac, who gave Esau that blessing of the sword, he's going to be the only one to come back and take this man down. But before that day arrives, civil war is going to ensue. Sedition amongst men. Chaos. Rioting. Upheaval. Uncertainty for these people, at least. For us, we're going to trust in YAHAWASHI. His name is going to be a strong tower for us to run into and be safe. All right. And I'm going to play this clip back. But Strive for the there you go. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So we gonna strive for truth unto death, man. We're bringing out the truth. That's why they clipping our videos. That's why they mad at us. That's why they gonna call us, demonize us, and call us terrorists. Hey, but we're only telling you the truth, man. The truth is the truth. We're not lying. So, hey, even your own kind, Esau, is coming out against your ass about what's real. And they gonna take it to you. We don't have to wage no war against you and get weapons and all that. Your own kind is gonna go against your ass, clown. All right. So let me get swords gonna enter into their own heart. Enter into their own heart. Because what you have used against other nations, they're gonna use against you, and what you have dealt against the other nations is gonna be done unto you. Oh, and Lord's willing, I forgot to even mention the naming of this lesson. I was so excited to bring it out. Lord's willing, I call this lesson Babylon, a taste of your own medicine. All right? Babylon, a taste of your own medicine. Right? Because you're getting a feel for what other nations have experienced. Yeah, you had one civil war before, but it wasn't as bloody as this one's going to be, or as deadly, or as technologically advanced as the last World War was. Okay? I mean, not World War, Civil War. You're going to be destroyed. This one is going to be detrimental to you. Because in the midst of them rising up in sedition, it's going to be famine, it's going to be plague, it's going to be darkness, it's going to be the plagues of Egypt, it's going to be men endowed with spiritual power, it's going to be other nations invading, it's going to be crazy, man. Then the Lord is going to reveal the heavenly realm, sending out the demons, all right, the apparitions, ghosts, so to speak, spirits. Then he's going to send Michael, all right, and the archangels to come stand up to guard those that are written in the book of life. And then ultimately, the Lord will arrive, YAHAWASHI Mashiach, and he will come to deliver us and save us. He is our mighty, strong one and our Redeemer. All right, he is the expressed image of the Heavenly Father, and he's going to come to subdue you. All right, and that's going to be the end of you. All right, it's a lucky for the noise. Dogs is going crazy. It says, this is Psalm 37:15. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Yeah, the Lord is going to ultimately break your power when he arrives. He's going to destroy your army in the Middle East, and you ain't going to have no protection. All right, the Lord going to knock out your power. He's going to subdue your power structure on all sides. When the Lord arrives, you know, just his mere power alone is going to knock out your power structure. He's going to come subdue your army in the Middle East. He's going to bring darkness over the land. All right. He's going to bring out a weapon. There was the hiding of his power, that laser. And that's going to be the end of Esau's power structure. He's going to come, Michael is going to subdue your space force, wherever the hell that is, quickly, and there ain't gonna be no place found for you in heaven. You ain't gonna have no rulership. And it's gonna be said in the heavens, and the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our power and his anointed. All right, so we have protection. You're through, Esau, Edom. Okay, let's get this in the translation comparison. And it reads, but their swords will stab their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. Yeah, it's because you gonna be plagued in your own mind. You thought it would never get to a nuclear a holocaust. The Lord is gonna push that button. He's gonna make you push it. He's gonna send those nukes off. That's why you ugly high banking elites is gonna be hiding in your bunkers, and you're gonna be saying, hide us from him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Because it's gonna get to that point where you thought it was never going to get to. The Lord is going to bring it to that point. And he's going to show you that he's always been in control this whole time. You never been in control. You've been controlled. As I said, the deceiver and the deceived are his. YAHAWASHI. He controls all. That's why he is the Almighty. All right? So, without further ado, let's get up out of there. We're going to go here. All right. Now I'm going to play this clip back. And I'm going to read this real quick. Woe to the world, which is anguish, affliction, destruction. To the world, and them that dwell therein. For the sword, warfare. All right, any instrument to kill. Because we're at an age that has never been seen. Weapons that have never been used or seen. All right, is going to be used and seen in this time that we're living in, that the Lord is talking about. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Guns, the modern day swords are guns, military grade weaponry. And even beyond that, they're going to have drones, they're going to have bioweapons, they're going to have microwave guns, they're going to have all types of things. All right, that you would thought was sci-fi or a damn Batman comic. No, they have these weapons. All right, they have lasers in the sky known as the direct energy weapons. Come on, man. But this is going into the sedition. What these modern people have, the populace, they're going to have military grade weaponry, and they're going to take it to each other, and it's going to be bloody. It said the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle. And it said the way that Babylon is going to be thrown down is by way of violence. Okay? But the way it's going to be destroyed is going to be a violent end. Nuclear fire and laser fire from the chariots, which the world is ignorantly called UFOs. Woo! That's going to be a glorious end. Hey, it's going to be a glorious end. All right? Love, never hated the blood. So blood going to pursue your ass. You have destroyed many nations. Now the Lord is going to destroy your nation. He's going to make it a burnt mountain. It's going to be a government on fire. That's how it's going to go down. It's going to end. And his government is going to take over the world. All right? That is the stone that was carved without hands that smote the image at the feet, which represents NATO and the EU. All right, which came together and is spearheaded by Babylon the Great. They came together under the Treaty of Rome in 1957. The Lord is going to break that union or whatever the hell you thought it was into pieces. Salakia. Salakia, what the hell's going on, man? Hey, but that is it. It's like the Wild Wild West out here, man. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Let me play that back. Satan, man, had his phone bugging out. All right. But anyway, let's get it. All right. That's the one right there, but I might have to go. What the hell's going on, man? Stop going into stuff that I ain't even clicked on. All right, let's go back here to the brother. Let me get this. Bam. There we go. We're going to bring it up top. Bear with me, brothers. Okay. Bring that there. Okay. Now, we're going to go to the blue letter. We're going to get what YAHAWASHI said in Matthew 24. All right. Daniel talked about a time like no other. Right. And then YAHAWASHI is going to state, it's going to get to a point where there's lawlessness. The love of many shall wax cold. The very same time. How do you think the sedition is going to take place? How do you think they're not going to regard their kings nor princes? Their minds is going to be like no remorse, no mercy, no love. You know, these people that's vaccinated, that's juiced up, they ain't even the same anymore. They have no remorse. They don't care about nothing no more. How much more the people that they're fighting against? Like, hold up. We're trying to preserve what was, and shit. It's gonna get very bloody. It's gonna get very detrimental. It's gonna get hostile out here. All right, now let me I'll start at verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, which is ethnicity versus ethnicity, and kingdom against kingdom, sovereign nation against sovereign nation. It's world war. So you got race wars, world war, and there shall be famines, right? Scarcity, or the lack thereof, in many places, and pestilences, diseases, and earthquakes. You see that even going on now in diverse places. See that? All right, now let's get it in the translation comparison. And it says, nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. Let's get this word nation just to back up my point. And the word there for nation is ethnos. Yep, ethnicity. That's where you get ethnicity from, ethnos.
Strong's G 1484. Ethnos.
Now,
Ethnos.
okay, ethnos. Now we know that it's going to be race wars. It's going to be, you know, Jake versus Esau, Esau versus the Chinese versus another nation, Ishmael, the Arabs. It's going to be that because we're in the land of Babylon the Great, aka America. It is a conglomerate, a mixture of nations. It is a melting pot of nations. And they're going to be fighting one against another in this place. But then again, what did the Lord state in the book of Isaiah? That he would set the Egyptian to fight against the Egyptian. So it's going to be an Edomite, Esau versus Esau. If Satan be divided against himself, his kingdom cannot stand. Now you see how my man was like, hey, you fucking up, Joe. All right? He's like, I want to be the one to shoot your ass. Hey, that's spirit, man. You can't really look at him. This guy's a goddamn terrorist. He's saying that he's going to kill the president. It's scriptural. Hey, he ain't wrong. You know, he don't control his own mind. The Lord put it in his mind to say that. All right? And somebody going to execute it, you know? Somebody going to do it. Because they will take down these leaders. All right? They going to drag their ass out of their homes, man. As they're doing in these other lands and other nations, man. It says a multitude, what is it? Ethnos. Let's go. It says a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus. So your race. It says a tribe, nation, people, group. Your race, pretty much, is your race, your nation, your ethnicity, where you come from, ethnos. All right, now let's get up out of it. I just want to prove the point that is going to be nation against nation. Not as, China versus Japan or whatever, which it could be that, but that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about ethnicity versus ethnicity. Then when it says kingdom versus kingdom, then that's a sovereign nation like China versus another sovereign nation like Japan, as for an example. All right. It says all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Yeah, brother's going to be apprehended, bound, put into prison, like our forefathers before us. But hey, we're going to celebrate and rejoice. Not all of us is going to be apprehended or captured. The Lord is going to work a great miracle in these days. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. Some of us is going to be beheaded for the testimony of a Mashiach. But fear not, brethren, and you believers out there. Hey, this is the last time. The Lord said that he's going to rise. Those that have died in his name, died for him, he's going to raise up first. Right? And that's a glorious end right there, man. All right? Because this is the last time we're ever going to die. Just knowing that is like, hey, and knowing what death is just a transition out of this physical realm into the spirit realm. All right? It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Because they're going to say, we're the terrorists. We're the reason that all these things went haywire. We're the problem. When we're the ones that have been telling them the truth the whole damn time. You see how they blackballing and making these people that are patriots or whatever, or people that actually speaking the truth. They're not lying about what they're bringing out. They're not bad people. They're making them be the damn villain, man. When they're only telling you the truth. But the dumbasses that got the goddamn juice and the ones that's the real damn criminals and villains, they're being seen as the good guy. But it's all good. The Lord already let us know what time it was. It says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. We're in that time right now. Many are offended that some they ain't got the juice. Others that ain't got the juice is offended that the people that did get the juice. Those that is for this dude Biden. The people that ain't for Biden, they hate them. They're offended at them. All right. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And that's going to lead to the hatred, And then we have on top of that, famine, scarcity of food, lack of bread, lack of jobs. At the very same time that all these things are going on. So that's just going to put fuel to the fire. All right, let's go to the translation comparison. A lot of people are homeless. They through. They on their last. They ain't got nothing to lose. That's where we're at. And many will turn away from me and betray and hate each other. Yeah, how they turn away from the Lord? Hey, through that juice, man. A lot of people don't have the fear of the Lord on them no more, nor the faith, nor the belief that there is a power. Man, It's cold, man. Call all YAHAWASHI. And many gonna turn from the Lord because they're afraid of what Esau Edom is gonna do to them for holding on to the Lord. But the elect are gonna hold on, man. We gonna endure. The Lord said it. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. You know, and they're gonna betray and hate each other. All right, these people that say they believe in the Lord, you see where they at right now. You see how they acting. Only the ones that truly trust in YAHAWASHI is going to hold on. But let me jump down to the point. Here we go. Verse 12. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Sit. All right. And it says sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. All right. Oh, here we go. The New King James Version. And because lawlessness, this is the sedition. This is what sedition is lawlessness. When the police force is being defunded, and a lot of them are walking off the job because they don't want to go along with the mandates. What's that going to lead to? Lawlessness. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. Now let's play this.
Brothers and sisters, I just saw a clip where Biden has ordered the VA to stop services to any veteran that is unvaccinated. That's unacceptable, Joe. Your days are numbered, man. And the number's getting small real fucking quick. I hope I'm there to take you out. I'd gladly do it, son of a bitch. It's coming, Joe. You just wait.
Hey, I like what he said. It's coming, Joe. He don't even know what he said. What's coming? Civil war. Civil war is coming, man. It's coming. Woo! Now let me get Satan be divided again. You know, Satan, how can this kingdom divide it? Let me get that. There's so many scriptures I can go to. Let me get it divided. Just the word divided alone is going to bring out so many scriptures that have their place. All right, man, let me bring this out. Luke 12:52. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. Hey, because of this juice, because of their beliefs, because of what they believe in, because of what's going on, everything, man. There's so many divisions at this time. What really spearheaded the division and really made it come into fruition was this juice thing. All right, you know the thing, right? And then you had the certain patriots is like, man, he's taking away our human rights. He's taking away our governmental rights, our rights as American, you know. There's so many videos on it going into these patriots and what they feel. And then these veterans that went to war for this place, they feel betrayed. So they're going to betray this place. You see, the betrayal is deep. It says the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You go to a lot of these comment boards of people that got the juice and people that ain't got the juice. Certain of the people that got the juice, whether they be like the parents of the ones that didn't get the juice, they say, I don't want to see you anymore or our grandchildren unless you get vaccinated. And then vice versa. It'll be the parents that didn't get vaccinated and the children did. I don't want you ever, you can never see your grandchildren again or me unless you get vaccinated. So that's a division right there. Or be a father that has a son. He's like, hey, father, I'm a patriot. I fought for this goddamn country. And this dude Biden is not the one that I thought he was. Why do you believe in this guy? And you know, vice versa. And he's like, I can't even get honorable discharge because this guy. It's so many comments on the comment boards through a lot of these videos, just like this one that this dude is doing, that are like saying they speaking they're pouring their hearts out, so to speak, on the comment board of how they feel. And it is stone cold to this scripture right here that they're divided. They're like, man, the hell with that. Okay, or you have certain mother-in-laws, their son and his family didn't get vaccinated, but they got vaccinated, so they don't want to see their son or their daughter and their family because they're not vaccinated. They're like, we don't want to see you until you're fully vaccinated. And if you're not vaccinated, then we're never going to see you again. That's exactly where it's at. You know? But, yeah, that's all I want to get. Here we go. Okay. I want to get the one where it says Satan. Okay, here we go. Mark 3:26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Let me read, man. Well, I'll read Mark 3:24 through 26 again. And it reads, this is Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided, hey, Babylon, the great is a kingdom, ain't it? Is it not? The U.S., the United States, is it not a kingdom? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Now, this is Mark 3:25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. The house of Edom is divided. This is Mark 3:26. And if Satan rise up against Satan, all right, Salaki. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Now let's go to Matthew 12:26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? This is so many that you can bring out. The Lord is letting you know that, hey, it's over. He's done. Once he's divided, it's over, man. It is over. So that's pretty much it. Let's play the rest of this clip.
If the damn government doesn't take you down, one of us good old boys is gonna. Bet your ass on that. You done fucked with the wrong people. People that fought for the rights that we have, for your freedoms, you motherfucker. God damn. I'd love to be the one that points a gun at you. I hope the fuck it comes true, too. I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah, man. He's out of there. He's right. I'm out, and then Joe is out. He out of there. Y'all both out of there. You're both Edomites. This second Esdras 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Modern day sword is the gun. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king. See, he don't give a fuck about Joe. That's his king. That's his leader. That's his commander-in-chief, right? He doesn't give a damn about him. Now, when it really gets real, what do you think they're gonna do to these high rulers of the land, these politicians? They're gonna go for them, man. They're gonna take them out. You know, their next move will be against the Senate, right? It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes in the course of their action. He's like, I hope I'm the one too. Like, he said it. He said it, man. You know, he said it. Let's see if we can play this thing back. I don't think we can. All right. But, yeah, he said it, man. He said, I hope I'm the one to do it, you know. He said he hope he's the one to do that thing. But let's keep reading. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See that? A man shall desire to go into a city, and they're going to bring in that martial law to restore order. Or what they think is this to restore order. A man shall desire to go into a city, it's martial law, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, these people, these American idiots, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, the gun, and spoil their goods. Hey, they take whatever you got, food, goods, ammo, weapons, clothing, all right, you know, supplies, you know, and or whoever's in that house with you. You got to find a little woman, they gonna take her. You got some daughters, they gonna take them. You got a son, Because these people are sick as hell, especially these men out here. We in this Sodom and Gomorrah fucking time. They gonna take your son too, if that's what they see fit to do. Why? Why is this gonna happen? Because the lack thereof. Because they lost their job. They lost everything. The vaccine destroyed their livelihood. They didn't get the vaccine, so they lost everything. You got the vaccine, so they're gonna kill you. Or maybe you didn't take the vaccine, but you got what they want, and they need it, so they're gonna kill you. All right? This is what days we're coming into. This is what days in other parts of the world. These days are already here. You know, you got military in the streets shooting at insurgents or whatever the hell is going on. All right? People being thrown in camps and detention centers and stuff like that. People on lockdown. People's houses and homes being raided in these other lands. It's about to come to Babylon. Babylon is going to get a taste of its own medicine. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So let's get this in the modern translation, and I'm going to close this thing out. And Lord's willing, this has been edifying. All right. Now this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. The world and the people in it are doomed, judged. The war that will bring their destruction is very near, World War III. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, right? Going into the ethnicities and also the sovereign nations that have that power. They're going to arm themselves against one another, right? It says there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. From the top all the way down to the bottom. From the two political houses on down to the people, one against another. They're going to try to gain control over the another group, all right, to overpower that group and gain control. It says, while ignoring the legitimate government, all right, it says there will no longer be free access to cities, martial law, because the struggle for power. They're going to try to restore order. You've seen that movie, Forever Purge. They said that the certain borders of Mexico and Canada will be closed indefinitely until the U.S. restores order. That's what it said in the movie, right? But they you know, you're just looking at the purge, people looting and killing and, you know, no law, all right, and until the purge is over. But then the purge was forever. But they didn't coin in there. It's going to be apparitions. It's going to be the plagues of Egypt. It's going to be new plagues. It's going to be newly created creatures. It's going to be beasts. It's going to be, you know, military men. It's going to be foreign troopers. It's going to be, you know, so many things they didn't include in that movie. Like, yeah, that's already bad as it is, but including men with spiritual power, the heavenly host standing up, you know, the Lord shaking his hand over this nation, all right, and bringing it down, and knowing that all these things is going to lead up to what? Nuclear destruction. Okay, it says because the struggle, bear with me, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. That's it. Woo! Man, now all this is going to ensue, not knowing that World War III is going to be declared at the very same end. People are going to be getting chipped. People going to be getting thrown in detention centers, man. Oh, they didn't coin all this into the equation, knowing that all this is going to be going on at the very same time that people is killing one another, invading one another, going into houses and homes and killing you for what you got. Damn, it's going to be a lot going on, man. But at the very same time, the elect is going to be guided by the Heavenly Father through his Son, Yahawashi Mashiach, and the heavenly hosts to get them through the dangers. It said those that survive the peril shall escape by their works and by faith wherein we believed. All right. And the Lord is going to be our guide. We're not going to fear, neither doubt, for the Lord is our guide, and he's a guide of them that keep his commandments. So we have nothing to fear. Just watch this place fall down and crumble. Call all Yahawah Shai. It's almost over, man. We just got to wait a little longer, and we almost home. So with that, hey, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, by whom we do function, double honors unto my apostles and elders at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect and to that house of David. To you brothers out there, fellow soldiers, keep fighting this good fight of faith. We almost home. You know, stay in order. Do what is requested of you. Let go of your pride. Move with temperance. Amen. And against that, meekness and temperance, against that there is no law, as the scriptures say. So, and with that, salutations, peace, and blessings unto you and yours. You know, to those that are addicted unto this ministry, I pray that you have been edified with this lesson. Until the next time I say, Shalawam.